Have you ever felt that twinge of uncertainty when you look at her and can't quite decipher if that smile means something more? Do you know that feeling that there's something incredible right in front of you, but you just can't read the signs? Think with me for a second how many opportunities you've let slip away because you didn't understand the secret language of female interest. The truth is shocking, and you need to hear this now. You might be missing out on deep connections, moments that could transform your life, simply because you don't know how to interpret the code. But what if I told you there's a map, a master key to unlock the mysteries of the female heart? Before we continue, hit that like button right now, comment where you're watching from, and tag that friend who urgently needs to hear this. Get ready, because today you're going to discover not only the 7 clear signs that she's totally into you, but also how to use this wisdom to transform your love life forever. What would you do if you knew exactly how she felt? The answer will surprise you, and it's closer than you think. First, let's talk about the gaze that reveals everything. Did you know that eyes are literally the window to the soul? It's not about what she says, but how she looks at you. Eye contact is a portal, a silent dance of intentions and emotions. That's where the true story begins to be told, long before words. Imagine yourself now in a busy social setting, maybe a coffee shop or a get-together with friends. Pay attention to this starting today. Observe the patterns of eye contact. Forget the conversations for a moment. Your focus should be the duration of the gaze, the frequency with which your eyes meet, and yes, the dilation of her pupils. How many times have you ignored a look that lasted 1 second too long? Have you noticed how the sparkle in someone's eyes changes when the conversation becomes more intimate? How would you react if you noticed a fixed gaze on you, accompanied by a subtle smile? Silence also speaks, and that is powerful. The absence of words, when filled by a prolonged gaze, is a deafening volume of intention. When she maintains eye contact for more than 3 seconds without looking away, when she searches for your eyes in a crowded room, when her pupils dilate when she sees you, that's no coincidence. It's pure biology. It's her body saying what her mouth hasn't yet had the courage to confess. But there's a crucial detail here. It's not just any look. It's that specific look that comes with a slight blush on her cheeks. That look she tries to hide but can't. That look that always comes back to you even when she's talking to other people. That's the look of someone who is completely smitten. And you know what's even more impressive? Studies show that when we're in love, we maintain eye contact 75% longer than normal. So next time you're with her, count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. If it goes past 3 and she keeps looking at you, my friend, you've struck gold. But what happens when that gaze turns into something more physical? Get ready for the second sign, which is as subtle as it is powerful. Second, the unconscious dance of proximity. Beyond the eyes, the body speaks volumes and screams when we're in love. The way someone positions themselves in relation to you, the distance they keep, the gestures they use, all of this is an unconscious ballet of interest. It's the universal language of attraction, spoken without a single word. In the coming days, I want you to pay attention to something specific. In any interaction, observe the physical distance she maintains. Does she lean towards you when you speak? Are her shoulders turned towards you even when you're in a group? Does she find excuses to close the distance? Does she touch your arm when she laughs? Does she always position herself next to you at social gatherings? This is not by chance. It's pure magnetism. Her body is being drawn to yours like 2 magnets that can't stay separated. Have you ever found yourself unconsciously backing away or moving closer in a conversation? How would you react if, while you were telling a story, she moved closer, almost touching your arm? There's an infallible technique I call the inverted mirror. If you lean slightly back and she leans forward, it's a clear sign that she's seeking your attention and proximity. This offers a new tool to test interest. Try the test. During a casual conversation, take a small step back. If she unconsciously takes a step forward to maintain proximity, you've just confirmed her interest. It's as if there's an invisible, magnetic field between you two and she can't resist. But there's more. Observe her feet. Yes, her feet. When we're interested in someone, our feet naturally point in that person's direction. It's a primitive reflex we can't control. If her feet are always pointed towards you, even when her body is turned the other way, that's a clear sign of interest. And it doesn't stop there. Proximity goes beyond the physical. It's about how she subtly and comfortably invades your personal space. how she always seems to be around, how she appears in the same places as you. Coincidence? Maybe once or twice. But when it becomes a pattern, it's because she's creating opportunities to be near you. But the body doesn't just move, it reflects. And that reflection can be the clearest sign of all. Third, the mirror of genuine attraction. When someone is deeply connected to you, they unconsciously start to mirror your movements, your gestures, even your speech rhythm. It's a powerful, psychological phenomenon, an unequivocal sign of synchronicity and attraction. This is the trigger for reciprocal vulnerability, where unconscious imitation demonstrates a deep level of comfort and openness. Observe this from now on. In your interactions, notice if she crosses her legs when you do, if she gestures similarly to you, if her tone of voice adjusts to yours. You'll feel a subtle vibration, almost an echo when the mirroring happens. It's as if you're dancing to the same song without coordinating the steps. Have you ever noticed how in fluid conversations, people seem to fall into a synchronized rhythm? Have you ever caught yourself mirroring someone you admire? This happens because when we're attracted to someone, our brain activates mirror neurons that make us unconsciously imitate the person we desire. It's a primitive way of saying, I am like you, we match, we belong together. But pay attention here, genuine mirroring is different from conscious imitation. Genuine mirroring is more fluid and less obvious. It's a natural flow, not a copy. When she picks up her glass of water right after you pick up yours, when she laughs the same way you do, when she uses the same expressions you use, that's not imitation. It's deep connection. And there's an even bigger secret here. When she mirrors you, she's unconsciously becoming more like you, letting her guard down and showing deep receptivity. This isn't just a sign, it's an invitation. It's her body saying, I trust you, I feel safe with you, I want to be part of your world. But what if she's not just mirroring, but actively seeking your attention in ways you've never noticed? The next sign is about active pursuit. Fourth, the active pursuit of your attention. A woman in love doesn't wait. She acts. She'll find reasons. To be near you, to start conversations, to maintain contact. These are her micro-initiatives, small actions that together form a clear pattern of seeking your attention and presence. Stop now and think. Does she send you messages with open-ended questions? Does she like your old social media posts? Does she find excuses to bump into you? Does she always have something to ask you or share? These are not coincidences. They are unconscious strategies to keep you in her orbit. How many times have you attributed these initiatives to chance or her kindness? Have you ever thought that every like or hello could be a test, an invitation? The truth is, when a woman is interested, she creates opportunities. She doesn't expect you to take all the initiative. She plants seeds of interaction, hoping you'll water them with your attention. It's about that random message in the middle of the day asking how you are. It's about her always having a funny story to share when you meet. It's about how she always remembers details you casually mentioned. This isn't extraordinary memory. It's directed focus. When we're in love, our brain prioritizes information about the beloved person. Every detail about you becomes important to her. And here's something that will blow your mind. Pay attention not just to what she says, but to the questions she asks about you, your interests, your plans. A woman who is always curious about your life, who wants to know about your past, your dreams, your preferences, is emotionally investing in getting to know you deeply. This reveals a desire to deepen the connection, to find common ground, to build bridges between your worlds. But there's an even deeper level here. Observe how she reacts when you give attention to other women. I'm not talking about explosive jealousy. I'm talking about that subtle shift in energy, that almost imperceptible discomfort, that attempt to regain your attention. If she competes, even subtly, for your attention, it's because you matter more than she's willing to admit. Let me tell you a truth few men know. When a woman is in love, she becomes an expert on you. She notices when you get a haircut, when you're quieter than usual, when something is bothering you. She becomes a dedicated student of all your patterns and peculiarities. This is not obsession. It's love in its purest form. It's the desire to understand and care. But what if, in addition to seeking your attention, she starts to prioritize you in ways you never imagined? The fifth sign is about priority and emotional investment. Fifth, unquestionable priority and emotional investment. When she's totally in love, you become a priority. She'll make time for you even when her schedule is packed. She'll invest emotionally, sharing her feelings, seeking your advice, and revealing vulnerabilities. This is the pinnacle of interest, the law of perceived scarcity working in your favor. She is dedicating her most valuable resource, time and emotion, to you. Observe how she manages her time and energy in relation to you. Does she cancel other plans to be with you? Does she share intimate details of her life? Does she seek your support in moments of vulnerability? Feel the weight of the trust she places in you, that warm feeling of reciprocity. How many times have you ignored someone's sacrifice of time or emotional openness, thinking it was just friendship? Are you prepared to reciprocate that level of investment? When a woman in love makes you a priority, it's not just about being physically present. It's about being emotionally available. It's about her sharing her fears, her insecurities, her deepest dreams. It's about her choosing you as a confidant, a safe haven, the person with whom she wants to share both victories and defeats. There's a powerful concept here called progressive emotional investment. The more she invests in you emotionally, the more in love she becomes. It's a self-feeding cycle. Every shared secret, every vulnerable moment, every tear shed in your presence deepens the connection. And here's something revolutionary. Observe unconscious proximity in groups. If she always gravitates towards you at social gatherings, if she seeks your gaze when someone tells a joke, if she touches your arm when she needs reassurance, that's more than attraction. It's healthy emotional dependence. It's the unconscious recognition that you are her emotional reference point. The law of perceived scarcity comes into play here powerfully. When she dedicates limited time and energy to you, she is unconsciously valuing your presence above other options. In a world full of distractions and possibilities, she is choosing you repeatedly. This is not just interest, it's emotional commitment. Now I want you to understand something crucial. When a woman opens up emotionally to you, when she shows her vulnerabilities, she's doing more than sharing, she's testing. Testing if you are a safe space, if you can handle her emotional complexity, if you are worthy of her trust. How you respond in these moments determines whether her love grows or diminishes. The strategy of calibrated validation is fundamental here. By genuinely acknowledging and valuing her initiatives and vulnerabilities, you not only confirm interest, but deepen it, creating a virtuous cycle of attraction. When she shares something intimate, don't minimize it. Don't try to fix it immediately. Validate, acknowledge, thank her for her trust. This is more powerful than 1,000 declarations of love. But wait, we still have 2 crucial signs you need to know. The 6th sign is about something most men completely ignore. 6th, emotional. Synchronization and the creation of a private world. When a woman is deeply in love, something magical happens. You start to develop your own language. Inside jokes, references only the 2 of you understand. Glances that communicate entire paragraphs without a word. It's the creation of a private universe where only the 2 of you hold the keys. Notice this. Does she use special nicknames for you? Do you have stories that have become private legends? Are there songs, places, or situations that hold special meaning just for you two? This isn't just complicity, it's the active construction of a shared identity. When she invests in creating these exclusive connections, she's saying, you are special, you are unique, you are irreplaceable. Every inside joke is a brick in the construction of your world, but it goes further. Emotional synchronization means she feels your emotions as if they were her own. When you're sad, she becomes restless. When you're happy, she beams. It's as if your hearts beat in the same rhythm. This isn't common empathy, it's connection at a cellular level. Observe how she reacts to your mood changes. Does she immediately notice when something is wrong? Does she celebrate your victories as if they were her own? Does she suffer with your defeats? This is emotional synchronization, and it's one of the most powerful signs of deep love. There's another fascinating aspect here. When we create a private world with someone, our brain releases extra doses of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The more exclusive moments you share, the more addicted she becomes to your presence. It's pure biochemistry, working in favor of your connection. And here's a secret that will shift your perspective. When she makes a point of including you in her world, introducing you to important people, sharing special places, she's not just being kind. She's testing your compatibility in different contexts. She's visualizing a future where you are an integral part of her life. Now, the seventh and final sign, this is the most powerful of all, and curiously, the most overlooked. Seventh, investment in your growth and subtle protection. When a woman is truly in love, something extraordinary happens. She becomes your biggest cheerleader, your growth partner, your subtle protector. She invests in your potential, celebrates your achievements, and defends you even when you're not present. This is love in its most mature and powerful form. Notice the signs. Is she genuinely interested in your projects? Does she offer practical help for you to achieve your goals? Does she encourage you to step out of your comfort zone? Does she defend you when someone speaks ill of you in your absence? Does she publicly boast about your accomplishments? This isn't just support. It's active investment in your future, because she sees herself as part of it. When a woman in love sees potential in you, she becomes a force of nature. She doesn't accept your excuses for not growing. She doesn't let you settle for less than you deserve. She becomes simultaneously your greatest support and your greatest challenge. This is transformative love. But there's an even deeper layer here. Subtle protection is about how she cares for your reputation, your energy, your well-being without you having to ask. It's about how she keeps toxic people away from your life, how she creates environments where you can shine, how she anticipates your needs even before you realize them. This isn't control. It's care in its highest form. And now the final revelation that will completely transform your understanding of feminine love. When a woman demonstrates all these signs, when she invests in this deep and consistent way, she's not just in love, she has chosen you. On a fundamental, primitive, and spiritual level, she has recognized in you a partner worthy of her most precious investment, unconditional love. But here's the plot twist nobody tells you about. Recognizing these signs is only half the equation. The other half is what you do with that knowledge. Because unrequited love, without the same intensity and dedication, eventually withers. When you identify these signs, you have a responsibility. The responsibility to honor that love with reciprocity, authenticity, and emotional courage. You have just received the most valuable emotional treasure map there is. You now have the tools to never again miss genuine signs of interest. But more importantly, you have the wisdom to recognize when someone is offering their heart completely. Use this knowledge responsibly. True love is rare, and when you find it manifested through these 7 signs, you hold in your hand something many spend their entire lives searching for. Don't waste it. Don't ignore it. Don't be afraid. If you've identified several of these signs happening with you right now, this is your cue to act. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and she is waiting for you to make the next move. The courage to recognize and reciprocate love is what separates men who live great love stories from those who spend their lives wondering what could have been. Which do you choose to be? If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button right now. Share it with that friend who urgently needs to recognize the signs he's missing. Comment which of the 7 signs you identified most in your life. And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon, because in the next video I will reveal exactly how to transform these signs into a deep and lasting connection. Knowledge without action is just wasted potential. You have the map. Now it's time to start the journey. The love of your life might be closer than you imagine, just waiting for you to have the wisdom to see and the courage to act. The game of love has rules, and you've just learned the most important ones. The question that remains is, what will you do now with this power? The choice, as always, is yours. But remember, while you hesitate, someone out there is investing all these signs in you, waiting for you to finally notice. Don't leave the love of your life waiting. The moment is now. The transformation begins today, and your greatest love story is about to begin.